What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to this episode, another episode of the RAD Cast. I'm Angie Malanta. My friends call me Rogue Leader.
And I'm Nicki Malanta, and everybody calls me Dimmy.
Whew, May is come and gone.
May went by really fast.
It did. It went by really fast.
I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it was because it was the last month of school for the little one.
Maybe.
I don't know, but it feels like it just went by in like the blink of an eye, and now it's already like. I mean, it's not. It's early June.
Yeah.
So I don't understand, but I am excited because like midway through the year, whatever. Because we were just watching something the other day. Our daughter was watching one of her shows, and they were like, it was like a Christmas episode, and for like a quick second, I was like, "Oh, I'm very excited for the holiday season."
That's a couple months away, baby girl.
I know, but just the fact that, you know, the first part of the year, that lame head ass first half of the year is gone. So like now we're moving into the better months. You know, I was going to say cooler, but
no, what's cold? I don't know what cold is. I live in Florida.
Yeah, it's going to be hot as hell. And it's like dry.
It's just so hot. I don't remember it being this hot when I was younger.
What was
when I
that
was like grade school age, like when we were like in school and even in.
Why'd you say younger like that?
I don't know, because I'm getting old.
Okay. Oh, because you're implying that you're not young still.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. I'm with you. Okay, I got you.
I'm old.
Global warming and whatever. But yeah, it's pretty fucking hot outside. And I saw this stupid fucking post on Reddit where they were like, hey, Floridians, it's that time of year. Like summer's in full swing. Make sure that you stay indoors from 11 a.m. to October 1st. Like, sounds like my kind of party. Yeah. I actively avoid being in the sun.
Yeah.
For a couple of reasons. Because I sweat easily. Like I sweat inside the house in air conditioning sometimes and forget it if I go outside. Like, so sweat factory. I don't like to feel like that. I like to feel clean. And also, you know, like sun damage and whatever.
Yeah.
I see a dermatologist now. She would be so disappointed if I was out in the sun too much. And one of our like friends just had
an
like
acquaintance of ours.
A skin.
Yeah.
He's not an acquaintance. He's a friend.
Yeah.
Wow.
A friend.
But yeah, he just had like a skin cancer thing removed. And it was like on a day that we were all hanging out and doing an outside grill out. And I was like,
hey, maybe you shouldn't be out here.
A stark reminder of maybe we should be inside. But I don't mind being outside sometimes.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Apparently this is where, because I think hurricane season officially started this month. Because it goes from June to like October.
Something crazy like October or November or something. November 1st.
But like the high part of the season's like November, like August, November, like right when school starts and stuff. Yeah, August. Yeah, August to like that age. But like apparently this hurricane season is going to be like the worst it's ever been. I don't want
to fucking hear that. I feel like they say that a lot. I hope they're not. Right?
I don't know, because like every time I see that, like I'll get it on like Google updates or whatever.
El Nino.
Yeah, but like apparently like the Gulf and like the Atlantic, they show like heat, like maps of it, and it's like this is what it was last year. This is what it is this year, and it's like 10 degrees warmer or something. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So hot water equals hurricanes.
Hurricanes make me nervous. Not a big fan. If it's like a category 1, which is just like,
it's just rain. It's a normal day in Florida.
A spicy thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Like whatever. But when we start talking about like
3 and 4,
category 3 and up, that's when I'm like, I'm getting nervous kind of. Because we don't have like shutters and all that kind of stuff. But
the last house we lived in really didn't need them because we had houses flanking us.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that big of a deal. But like, now that our new house, we live in a corner, we have one side of our house is exposed. Yeah. So
we got trees.
Tree did save a car from running into our house. Remember that?
That was terrifying.
That was terrifying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There was a night that we were just like in our like computer room type room. And I think it was like at night because I think the kid was in bed and I think that we were on our computers playing things. And then we just heard this really fucking loud crash to the point where we were like taking off our headphones like, what the hell was that? And I don't know what the hell happened. But yeah, we have a tree, one of the trees on the side of our house. Somebody just absolutely, you all right there?
Just fly. Shoot. Nah, dang it. I'm sorry.
But we looked outside and somebody just dead head on crashed their car straight into one of our trees. And if that tree wasn't there, they probably would have gone through our backyard fence or maybe clipped the side of our house a little bit.
Yeah. But the angle they hit it at, I was like, how did they?
I feel like because there were two trees. It's like they almost had to like get in between the trees.
Yeah. Like the way because like,
because the dent in the tree is still there. You can still see
the dent in the tree is still there. But I walked out there and our neighbors to the back were out there too. Car was there. Driver was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, that's right.
So I was like, what happened? So I ended up calling, 911. It's like, hey, there's a car out here. Ran into a tree in my house, blah, blah, blah.
Did we ever find out what happened?
No.
Doubtful, because we don't really talk to a lot of our neighbors.
No, but of course, like, it's like, yeah, we'll send somebody out. Of course, they don't come out till like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And by the time they got here, the car was gone. And I was like, what happened?
I don't know. I assume it was either a younger adult who got scared and ran.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was somebody who was under the influence of something and got scared and ran.
Yeah.
Or something. Flee the scene of the crime. At least nobody, we assume nobody got hurt. They must have not gotten hurt enough if they were able to flee.
Yeah.
So, the only thing that really got hurt was our tree and probably their fucking car. But that sounds like a them problem.
Yeah. I don't know if like charges were filed or anything, but like, because all I did was like, hey, here it is.
Yeah.
And the cop's like, okay, dude, I gave him all the information that I knew. And then that's the last we ever heard of it. So if it was a younger person that was under the influence or something, I think the scare of hitting a tree is bad enough.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whether you're under the influence or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
crashing into something.
That was wild though. But
how did that come up?
Protecting the side of the house from hurricanes.
Oh, our trees.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Fingers crossed for this hurricane season. It always makes me a little bit nervous. We should go stock up on our canned goods. We should start stocking up, and our water.
Stocking up.
Starking up?
I said starking. Stocking up on stuff. But yeah, we have all these water jugs that we got to start filling up soon.
Yeah. Yes. And then when we end up hopefully not needing them. We got to drink all that water.
Yeah. We usually just use it for like dog water or something. So the dog, we just like, instead of using the fridge, we just use that water.
I drank it. I used it.
Yeah. Or coffee water.
Mommy doesn't like waste. I don't like anything going to waste ever.
Thankfully, it doesn't take a lot. It's like $5 to fill those things up. No, more than $5 for just one of those because we have like 3 of them.
Yeah.
So
do we?
Yeah, we have 3.
Oh, we have 2. You're right.
No, there's one like up. I remember thinking about it one day. I was like, I wonder whatever happened to that. It's in the rec room. I looked up. I'm like, oh, there it is.
Okay. Yeah, one of these days we should go fill them up.
Yeah.
Especially because
the hardest part is storing it when it's full of water. That's the hardest part.
I mean, I think last year we put them in our bathtub.
Yeah.
Or something.
Something like that.
But the key for a pro Floridian who has lived here their whole life, and it took them almost their whole life to figure this out, is that you stock up fucking now. You don't wait until the news tells you, hurricane whatever's coming your way, everybody. And then you go to Publix or whatever, Walmart, whatever your local grocery store is, and people are running around like assholes. Like they've never experienced all the canned goods.
It's like you can tell the people that haven't lived here.
The food aisle it's like a zombie apocalypse is coming. And people wait until the very last minute. And guilty, I've done it too.
Yeah.
But the trick is now you start stocking up on your water and your canned goods and your what the fuck ever what's it called?
Non-perishables.
Non-perishables.
The hard part is when you have those canned things and you're just like on a lazy Sunday. It's like, I'm hungry. I don't want to cook.
I'm going to eat some chili straight out of the can.
Yeah, exactly. It's like one of those lazy ass days where it's like, fuck, I don't want to like take the time to make like a proper meal or something. Like, I'm just going to eat a can. And also,
I'm really lacking on my sodiums.
Yeah, just like fucking like, hey, here we go. That's good enough.
So we should start stocking up on things now because that's the pro tip is that you don't wait until there's one coming.
I think the key is stock up on it and don't put it in the pantry. Put it in one of these closets that like you don't pass every day.
Yeah, I did. I saw somebody online be like, what do y'all keep in y'all's hurricane buckets?
Buckets,
like,
yeah.
bucket? What are you talking about? A hurricane? And they had like one of those Home Depot, like paint buckets. Like, what?
That's not like if you're a lone person, then
exactly.
sure. But
if I'm alone, but even then, why do I gotta put it in a bucket? Maybe they're thinking they might have to evacuate and bring it with them. Or something, a bug out bucket.
I've never had to evacuate thankfully.
Don't do that.
Thankfully, I've never had to evacuate.
He says it again. Oh my God, he says it again. Watch it one more time for good measure.
It's like Beetlejuice.
Oh my God.
Say it 3 times, it'll happen.
Lord.
But yeah, I've never had.
Let's hope not.
Because usually they go, I think like Orange County is probably usually like the places where people, because like if we said
it's pretty inland.
We're central Florida. Like people on like your parents where they used to live, where I grew up in the Bay Area,
close to the
that's
coast.
Where like close to the coast is like where you have concern. But you're closer inland, it's kind of like by the time the hurricane does make landfall, it breaks up, and by the time it does get you, because that happened one time in our last house where I actually stayed up all night to track the hurricane. It was it Irma? I think it was Irma that year. And it's like, oh yeah, the eye is gonna pass right over Orlando. It's like, okay. And I watched it right as the landfall hit, and I was like, all right, we're predicting it'll go back down to like a tropical storm by the time it hits Orlando, or a category 1 at the very highest. It's like, okay, I can go to bed.
Yeah. Now that we're talking about it, and whatever you fucking saw on the news, maybe we should start getting some shit.
Yeah.
Because there was one time, I think that there was, I don't know what year it was, but like, it must have been on the Weather Channel that they were like, shit's coming.
Yeah.
And I had to go to the store for an unrelated reason. Mm-hmm. Regretted it the moment I stepped foot inside. Jesus. Because people were running. It felt like I was at Disney. Like the amount of people that were just aimlessly running around, putting like tuna fish cans.
That's another thing about the store when a hurricane does come and people come, like people forget where things are. It's like, where's the thing again? Like
it's
you
almost
come
like
here
they're walking around with their eyes closed, just bumping into each other. Like, where's the bottled water?
You come to the store every week. Like hopefully you come every week to get groceries. You think you know where everything is.
You would think.
But everyone's like, where's this again? It's
my God. It is a shit show. Yeah. And I was like, oh my fucking, whatever I needed, I was like, I don't need it that bad. I'm just going to fucking leave. Yeah. It was awful.
Then you get the people that are like talking to the managers, like, you've got to have more cans in the back. Go check the back. It's like, sir, all of them are out here. Yeah. Because we knew the hurricane
because you're
coming.
all animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never worked
in like retail.
I've actually never worked in retail, so I don't really know how the whole in the back situation works, but I don't think it's the like endless supply wonderland that people think it is like, just go check the back. And it's like, if I had it, I would have told you by now.
Especially in a state of emergency, like a hurricane, they'll purposely put out like, they won't even take it off the skids.
They make like special water stands in the middle of the store.
On the store, like in the front of the aisles and stuff like that. So you have to like, oh, there it is.
Wasn't there a year that it was like really bad and everything was sold out? And didn't we actually like we had to call them and be like, when's your next like skid of water coming in? And we had to go like first thing the next morning.
It was
that was when we lived in our first house.
Was it? No, I think it was this house because we were scrambling for water.
I remember going to a couple different stores.
Yeah,
that was a year that I think it was the first year. I think pro tip yet.
I think it was the first year in this house.
Maybe.
And yeah. Because we have that picture of our daughter like playing on the thing. It's like, wait, the hurricane's not coming?
That's right. We did have a couple of big plastic wrapped whatevers of water. Zephyr Hills if memory serves. But we'll do it. Batteries.
Batteries are going on because like I can use my camera gear to recharge certain things. So and lights. Jeez, I got battery powered lights. So that's another thing that we don't have to worry about.
Yeah. What do you think if a hurricane were to come? What are like the top things that you're like, gotta have it?
Gotta have it. Obviously, batteries, lights. You used to have like a radio, not like your phone. Because like, what happens if I think we should actually still have to have a radio, like an AM FM radio, because what happens if the cell towers don't work?
Yeah.
How are you supposed to get information? So you just turn the radio on because those should hopefully operate without Wi-Fi. Or cell towers,
I guess.
So that's something you should need. So obviously water, non-perishables, lights and batteries. That's really it.
We have a generator.
We do.
We haven't run it in a while though.
That's worrisome. She really should look into that.
fill it up, give it a rev, see how it goes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's one of those things that you want to have it. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like there was something else that I was like, ooh, we always forget that. I don't know.
Water, generator, food, batteries, radio. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, well, it all depends on like if you lose power, how quickly it takes for everybody to restore it, because then you're sitting in a house with no AC.
Yeah.
You know, if you just kind of sheltered, stayed, you didn't go anywhere, then you got to sit in your fucking hot ass house.
Yeah.
At least we have a portable
gas
AC.
make sure your tank is full.
Oh, and everybody's always like, make sure you fill your gas tank in your car. That's what my parents would always say.
Yeah, in case you have to go leave somewhere. You don't want it to be like, oh, you got to stop to get gas.
Oh, the other thing is, because during a hurricane, it's not 100% of the time. It's not constantly, oh my God, weather mayhem outside, thunder, lightning, blah, blah. Like there's lulls. It comes and goes with the bands and the eye and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
And we got a dog that does not like to go outside when it's raining. And I'm the type of asshole that will take her outside and hold an umbrella over her while she goes to the bathroom because I just don't want her to get wet. We
did try the whole grass patch thing outside of the porch. She peed on it, but didn't have to do twosies on it.
Because we, one year, it was really bad that year.
Yeah.
And
it was the year Irma came around.
And we got like one of those potty patches for inside with like the fake like AstroTurf.
Yeah.
She was like, nope, I'm not that dumb. Yeah. Like, I don't think she used it at all. But I think one year we actually got like
the sod,
a kiddie pool, like a plastic kiddie pool, and got a couple squares of sod from Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever, and put that on the porch. And I think that kind of worked.
She went onesies, but not twosies. And
you know what? I'd rather that.
Yeah. So, but then we just waited for a lull. And it's like, all right, go, dog, go, quick.
She just drives me nuts. But yeah, she'll go outside and she'll just be like, why is there water in the air? And she just won't go until I hold an umbrella over her. She's actually gotten a little bit more brave recently.
She has.
Where she'll actually run out there. And then when she comes inside, she's all spicy. And she runs around, jumps on the couch like an asshole, and rubs all the rain off anywhere she can get to.
So yeah, maybe we should start stocking up stuff for hurricane season.
It's wise. It would be wise.
It would be smart.
Yeah. Because I know that, and there's another weird, like, I don't know if you would call this like a cultural thing in Florida, that I see people online whenever they talk about being like a native Floridian or having been here for a large number of years, that they're like, they almost like laugh at people that hurricane prep, like, whenever a hurricane comes, all we do is stock up on vodka and have hurricane parties. And it's like,
it's not a good flex.
It's not the best flex ever because people literally lose their homes.
Yeah.
So,
bad things happen in hurricanes.
Bad things do happen. It's not always a hurricane party where we just get fucking drunk and, there's a little bit of thunder.
Yeah.
We're lucky.
Oh, yeah. We've been very fortunate.
You're lucky if that's what you get to do. But, there's no need to, you don't have to flex on unpreparedness.
Yeah. There's one thing when like big rain, like even if just like just regular rain happens, living near the attractions, like if you ever, because like you can tell who's out of town, who's not, who are out of towners and who's not. It's like when rain starts happening, people are like, oh, God, gotta slow down. It's like, it's a drizzle. Go the speed limit.
Yeah, the only rain that makes me nervous when driving is the type of rain that I can't see more than a couple feet in front of me. That does make me very nervous when I'm driving.
And I'm always confused. I've heard that like, hey, slow down, put your, hazards on. Then I also have heard that's like, hey, don't do that. That's bad. I'm like,
how could that be bad?
I don't know. Like, it makes sense to do that.
Nobody should be speeding through that type of weather anyway.
Yeah. But it's like I understand what's like why you don't do it, because putting the hazards on especially on the highways, technically it's dangerous. But like, especially in rain like that, now I could see cars in front of me. Especially
if it's that type of like raining and sheets where you really can't see in front of you. At least I have some kind of beacon to show me who's in front of me. Or, you can see me.
Yeah, and like thing. That kind of rain when you put your wipers on the fastest and it doesn't do anything. It's
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, I've gotten caught in that kind of a rain, I mean, plenty of times living in Florida my whole life. But it's terrifying when that happens. And I don't know, all these people like how you're flexing like, it's just a fucking normal day here in Florida. Shut up. Nobody cares. But I don't know. It does happen here to where even if it's kind of like a sun shower.
Yeah, people slow
are
down.
Like, what do I do?
They forget how to drive. It's like, you're fine. Just be a little bit more cautious. Don't follow so closely, but still drive. It's fine.
I mean, you could have a day that's, clear as clear can be, and I-4 will still be a shit show. And there will still be at least 2 accidents on your route.
I'm so glad I don't have to drive that anymore on a daily basis.
I used to drive that too on a daily basis.
You used to drive through the part of I-4 now that has the express lanes. Have you driven those express lanes yet?
I don't think so.
Well, oh my God. Because I've had to pass through that part of town a couple of times because of shoots and stuff. It makes a world of difference.
I don't think I've really driven on I-4 recently at all.
That's true. You haven't had any reason to drive I-4.
No, and I plan to keep it that way. Because, I used to drive. I had like
Oh, God.
I had like a 30-minute plus. Okay, so no traffic. It would have been a 30-minute ride to work every day.
Yeah.
But coming home, it was like 45 minutes or more, depending on the day. And depending on the fucking weather. Hello? Why is my cord so short? Am I moving it somewhere where it's not usually?
Yeah.
Whatever. I gotta give a fuck. Maybe I gotta move my chair back. No, that don't feel right. I don't know. I don't miss that drive is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I don't miss it either.
Oh my God. I cannot believe I did that. You know why? Because I was like in my early 20s and dumb as hell. That's why I did it. But you know what? It was good because, job security or whatever. But I can't believe I made that drive every fucking day.
There are points, especially getting onto I-4. Those are the points where it sucks getting on from
merging.
Yeah, merging from like 4 to like, right around Disney. God, getting from Disney to I-4 is like,
well, yeah.
Ugh.
Because when we used to live like once upon a time, we used to live very close to SeaWorld.
Yeah, 20 minutes from SeaWorld, yeah.
I don't know if it was 20 minutes.
20, yeah. It was really stupid close. Like, really, like.
I don't consider 20 minutes stupid close. That's relatively close.
Yeah.
Everybody's got different definitions of words.
20 minutes away from a park is too close to a park.
When you frame it that way, okay. I get what you're saying.
Because then there's traffic all over the fucking place. I remember one time our friends came to visit us when we lived down in that area. They were like, it took us an hour to get here, yo. Yeah. When you said it was like a 30 to 45 minute drive.
Yeah. Because there would be times on, what was that, iDrive?
iDrive, yeah.
Just middle of the day, not even necessarily rush hour, just standstill traffic.
Yeah.
Probably because of an accident or just because there's too many people.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the other thing about like when people talk about like, oh, what's, jokes about being like from Florida and everything. I have zero desire to go to theme parks because everyone thinks that, oh, you live in Florida, you must be at the beach 24/7. You must be at the fucking parks 24/7.
Nope.
Fuck no.
No.
I avoid both of those things at all costs. The only time I go to the beach is when my friends lure me there.
Well, especially now, yeah.
That is the only time. Am I going to the beach by myself? Fuck no, I'm not. The only reason I would go to the beach is to hang out with people that I love. That's it. Only because they're there. But other than that, the beach is kind of overrated sometimes.
I'm actually sick of the beach now. Like, ugh.
It's just like, first of all, I wish there was one that was close. I wish there was one that was like no more than 30 minutes. I don't like being in the car that long.
I wish there was a nicer beach closer because the closest beach to us is probably Cocoa right now on the East Coast. It's not a really nice beach.
It's dirty.
You know what I mean?
It's not compared
to Clearwater Beach with
the
sand is imported.
Yeah, and the water's actually nicer.
Yeah.
It's clearer, I guess. But it's just like it's okay, so listen. It wouldn't be so bad. The idea of driving one way, 1.5 to 2 hours to go to the beach. Yeah. Why would I do that?
I might as well
sounds like torture.
Yeah. Spend the weekend on like if that's the case, spend a weekend on the beach.
Yes, because driving an hour and a half, waking up early in the morning so that I can drive an 1.5 to 2 hours to get to the beach by like 11 noonish, to spend a couple of hours baking in the sun, getting sand every fucking where. And at this point, worrying about if my kid is going to get tired and cranky And then by the time we're all tired and cranky from being in the sun for a couple of hours, now I got to drive an hour and a half or 2 hours or more back home. Wow. I don't know why people would voluntarily do that to themselves.
Yeah.
Some people don't have a problem being in the car that long. I don't like being in the car that long.
If I could stay awake, I don't have a problem with it. But like, especially like you said, after spending an entire couple
the sun
hours,
really takes it out of you sometimes.
I remember we spent an hour outside because we got that new inflatable pool for our kid because she loves the water during the summer. The first day I was there, I was like, oh, this is pretty nice. I'm just relaxing. And then we get inside. I'm like, okay. And then
fuck, daddy's tired.
I'm so tired. The sun just drains the energy out of you. So it's like,
yeah.
Like imagine doing that. And then, all right, we got to drive home now.
So if somebody was like, hey, Andrew, drive time, not an issue. Beach or pool? Let's say that you could just snap your fingers and you're at one.
Probably a pool because I don't have to deal with the sand.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
I'd much rather spend time
I'd
in
much
a pool.
rather have a pool.
Yeah, and assuming that pool is at somebody's house, that means that I can go inside if I need to for a second and cool down.
You don't have to
drink.
You don't have to run 5 minutes to a bathroom. It's just right there.
Yeah, and the other thing is when you go to the beach, parking is
that's another thing.
Like parking along a boardwalk or something, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you got to fucking pay by the hour.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, actually, I can only stay until, whatever o'clock because my dumbass car, I had to park, a 20-minute walk away.
And then you get into the car. It's like, oh my God, thank God air conditioning. Nope. Sun bakes your car too.
Car is really hot.
Yeah.
Now I'm tracking sand into the car.
Yeah.
It's, I think it's overrated. It's fun. I think
like,
my beach quota each year is maybe twice.
Yeah.
Twice. I could be convinced to do more depending on the friends.
That's why I'm saying, like, if they're, especially now with a child, if we're going to go to the beach, it's like make it a weekend thing. So we can just all go to the beach and then pass out in the Airbnb that we rented or something.
Yeah. When we used to have that room on your family's room on
the penthouse.
Right. Oh my God. It was right across the street from the beach.
God, that was nice.
Literally right across the street from the beach, a 5-minute walk and you're in the sand. Yeah. Oh man, that was amazing. Yep. But those were during the times that we were
young and stupid.
Those were the before times when we took everything for granted. Yeah. And, I wish we had access to that now that we have a kid.
Yeah.
Because that would make it so much easier. I don't want to go to the fucking beach and then have to drive 3 hours home. Because wasn't it getting close? It was like 2 or 3 hours that drive back that last time we went.
It was 3 hours.
Fuck that.
Because of traffic.
And on the drive home, the kid was like, gotta pee. And we're like, you're going to have to give us at least 5 or 10 minutes to find an exit with a gas station. Can't hold it. That was one of the highest pressure moments of my life. Yep. You didn't have to fucking deal with it because you were driving. I was in the trenches having to figure out what can this child pee into. I worked it out because I'm a fucking baller, but it worked. And now we have a plan for next time. But oh man, that was not fun. 3 hours in the car? Fuck you.
Yeah.
No. It doesn't matter to some people. It matters to me.
Anyways,
what I'm really trying to say is the beach is kind of overrated. And I think it's mostly for...
Would you rather at this point have to do some kind of summer activity, expensive summer activity with our child? Would you rather take her to Disney or rather take her to the beach?
Disney.
Yeah. There are
Disney.
Yeah.
At least I can
take
her into places that are AC.
But everything at Disney is fucking expensive.
See, that's the thing. Call me cheap, call me whatever. I don't fucking care. I just don't think it's worth it to go to those places and eat out, especially a place like Disney.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to pay $15 for 4 chicken nuggets and a cup of French fries. And then I got to pay extra for a bottled water.
She's been asking those. Like, I want to go to Disney.
She asked me last night.
She wants to meet Mickey. And
she wants to meet Ray.
Yeah, that's actually kind of makes my story. It's like, she's like, would you rather meet Mickey Mouse or would you rather meet Ray? She goes, I want to meet Ray first. Like,
yeah, last night
that's my girl.
She was like, "Do we have to go to Disneyland to meet Ray?" And I'm like, "I think you can meet her at Disney World, and Disney World is here." She's like, "Wow." I'm like, "Fuck."
I actually had to distinguish one time a couple of days ago the difference between Disneyland and Disney World to a 6-year-old who really doesn't get it. I don't think she got it, but I was like, yeah, Disney World is here, but there's Disneyland. It's like, what? It's like, why do they call it Disney World? It's like, because it's bigger. There's more stuff. She's like, what? It's like, Disneyland is a smaller park than Disney World. I didn't get into the whole thing of like, hey, Disney World is actually multiple parks encompassed into one area.
All right, so listen, I am a full-grown adult.
You don't get it?
That has lived in Florida my whole life, and I still don't really like Hollywood Studios, Epcot,
Okay.
MGM.
Okay,
Disney
all
World
those parks you just said like mentioned Hollywood Studios
are all
Magic
under the
Kingdom,
umbrella of Disney World.
But you have to pay
But-
unless you pay a park hopper ticket.
Fuck that.
Yeah. If you get a park hopper, you can bounce between Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios,
Okay, but
Epcot.
MGM is now Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios, yes.
Hollywood Studios has
Galaxy's Edge.
Galaxy's Edge,
Yes.
the Aerosmith roller coaster.
Which is now closed. It's being repurposed into something else now.
Oh, I've been on that roller coaster.
Yeah. Great ride. I love roller coasters.
Epcot
Epcot.
rides.
I believe Space Mountain is in there.
That's Magic Kingdom. I'm pretty sure.
Is it? I don't know. Epcot.
Space Mountain, Splash Mountain,
There's a
Thunder
ride.
Mountain.
Is it Tomorrowland? That's in the ball.
I don't fucking know. I've never been in that ball.
No, Epcot now has Tron ride. I think that's exclusive to Orlando.
Tron.
It's a
Is
Tron
that
roller
one
coaster.
where you like shoot things?
It's
like
a
Men in Black?
No, it's a roller coaster that like you sit down on the Tron bikes.
Oh.
It actually looks really cool. And
I've
I
seen
think
Tron.
also we also have the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. I think that's exclusive to Orlando. I'm not 100% sure. I think
Is that in Universal?
No, that's in Disney World. I think it's in Epcot or it's somewhere. Is that because it's Disney? It's a Disney property because it's Marvel.
But if we wanted to take her to meet Ray, we're paying entry to Hollywood Studios. And if we wanted to go to the Magic Kingdom, we got to pay entry into that too. They're not the same. One doesn't get you into the other.
Yeah, unless you do the one you can park hop.
Nope,
Yeah.
not going to do that.
So if we're gonna take her to Disney, she's like, and she really wants to meet Mickey and Ray. It's like you got to choose one, baby girl.
Yeah, flip a coin. Cause yeah. I'm also like, I'm just not paying those wild entry fees for her to be like, I'm tired after an hour.
Yeah. At this point, you're gonna have to stay the entire day.
And also because when you go to a theme park with a small child, you're not necessarily going to be really reaping the rewards of going on all the rides because she's, first of all,
she's tiny,
too tiny,
Yeah.
and also she doesn't even like to go on a slide. You think she's going to go on a ride?
That's true.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you can actually meet Ray. I think you can stand in front of her.
She doesn't just walk around anymore.
That's in Disneyland. Disneyland, they can walk. Disney World,
is it because people harassed him here too much?
I think COVID might have had something to do with it, but I think
There was COVID in California too. Hello.
This came across my ticket for some reason. That they call them cast members if you're employed by Disney
Friends
Park.
of.
Yeah, exactly. Like the cast members at Disney World have a union that they can. So I think they're limited to the amount of time they can spend outside. Disneyland does not have a union, so they can be worked to the bone and all that stuff.
Honestly, I don't blame them because people, especially nowadays with the rise of social media, everything is just an attempt to go viral.
Yeah.
So with like cast members and characters walking around, all people want to do is make some dumbass TikTok.
They've gotten really strict. Especially, I think in Disneyland, they're so strict with it.
It should be because they're not. They're trying. They're there for our entertainment, but they're also human beings just trying to fucking do a job. And they're not. They don't deserve to be. Just because they're dressed up as a character I like doesn't mean I get to harass them.
Yeah.
And I don't think people understand that. I don't think they see them as like a person in a costume. They see them as the character and a plaything for me to play with.
Yeah.
And it sucks that, those assholes ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've seen multiple videos. There's one of like a girl like taking a picture of Gaston and she inappropriately touches his bicep and he's like, nope, you're done. And he's like immediately turns her away. Then
and she was probably like, what?
It's like, you touched him without his permission. You didn't get consent.
Yep. He's still a human being, actually.
And there's that one of the older woman trying to spook Chewie, and then like she ruins it for everybody because like Rey was trying to talk to all the kids and she interrupts them, and then she's like, all right, bye guys. And they leave.
That's so annoying.
And it's like, you just ruined it for everybody. What are you doing?
And the parks, I mean, at their very core are geared towards children, and youths, and adults just fucking shit all over it.
Yeah.
And now my kid probably doesn't get to meet Rey if we go. Like, it just sucks. But I don't know, parks are all right. Like,
I do like, I can't wait for the TikToks when they come across like the beginning, first day of school. And like, there's just one of these two parents like, oh my God, we just dropped the kids off at school. I'm going to miss them so much. Fuck them kids. We're going to Epcot.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I wonder if late August is a good time to go. It's always like a chess strategy move whenever you try to figure out when to go. Oh, when do I think is going to be the least busy? But then you got to wonder, you got to think from are other people thinking that way too, which is going to make it more busy because they think it's going to be less busy. And so you're just trying to outmaneuver everybody else when really it's always going to be miserable.
Yeah. Jeez. If we're going to take her, it's going to be sort of towards like the holiday season, like when it's cooler outside. I'm not taking her during the summer.
No,
absolutely not gonna. It's not gonna happen. What was I gonna say? Oh, about like the whole planning stuff. I don't know if they're because like remember when we went to Galaxy's Edge for the first time, and this is the first time going to like any park in I don't know 10 years. It was really. Like, and then like we got our tickets, we show up and it's like, we don't see your reservation here. I'm like, reservation?
It's too complicated.
What?
I don't understand how it works anymore.
Apparently you're supposed to buy your ticket and then reserve a day for when you were going there.
I thought the ticket is specific to a day.
Nope. The ticket was specific. The ticket was for your entry into the park. Then you have to like sync your ticket with a day that you're going by reserving that day.
Oh my God.
I think that was under the old CEO after Iger left, and then Iger came back. He's like, yeah, we're going to do away with this now. So I don't know what they're doing with that anymore. I don't know if the reservation thing is still a thing, but. And
there's like apps where you can like virtually check into a ride. That's pretty cool.
That is actually pretty helpful. It's called the Genie app.
Because standing in line does suck. You know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just been so long since we've been to a theme park that I'd have to like learn what to do.
Or bring somebody who knows what they're doing.
Well, that was the good thing is when we did go to Galaxy's Edge, we went with a couple people that love Disney and spend a large portion of their time there.
They're kind of adults that wear the Mickey ears when they go.
Well, no, I mean, no shade, but
like, it's like those are the kind of people that they are.
They have like not even just one pair, like multiple, like seasonal or like event specific mouse ears.
Didn't one of them actually make them on Etsy to sell to people, or am I wrong?
I think you're right. I feel like somebody might have done that, or they got theirs from that kind of a person.
I think is one or the other, something like that.
Yeah,
because they were wearing ones that weren't sold at Disney, but
Mike's
like
wife, right?
Yes,
I think,
or the other one. I know one of them had like an Ahsoka pair that was not sold.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa.
Cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, at least we went with, I think everybody that we went with was like season pass holders. They're like, I was just here fucking last weekend and they knew the ins and outs of everything. So
I remember one of them wasn't gonna come, but then they heard like I was gonna be going to Galaxy Edge for the first time. I was like, I gotta see this.
Yeah.
And I was like, calling in sick.
Yeah. It was a good time.
It was a lot of fun.
I just wish, like, if I'm going to a theme park, I want to go on rides. Like, that's, for me, that's going to a theme park, is going on rides.
Multiple times. Don't just go once, like...
Exactly.
Come out of the ride, turn around, and go back to single riders and ride it again.
I don't know. And also, okay, it's been, I don't even remember the last time I've been to the Magic Kingdom. The last time I went to the Magic Kingdom, honestly, might have been, like, when I was still living with my parents. That might have been the last time I went to the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm the asshole if I don't know what's new there and what's, you know, going on. But like, if I had to choose, I think I'd pick Universal. Islands of Adventure.
Yeah.
Like not old, because isn't there Islands of Adventure and then Old Universal?
Old Universal. Yeah.
I would pick Islands of Adventure.
I heard that I think that has changed dramatically too, because I think Islands of Adventure is where the Harry Potter world is.
Yes.
And even that went through changes in recent years too. So
they
I
have
have
that
no
one,
idea.
Quidditch.
Oh yeah.
That one ride.
Yeah.
And then I got butterbeer.
Yeah. That one, I'm never riding that one ever again.
Did it make you sick?
It made me sick. Because like I can handle roller coasters in some simulators, but when you close my vision off like this, and all I see is this, it's like, okay.
It closed your vision off?
Yeah, because it wasn't like, it was like you're sitting in your thing, and then there's like barriers that only, because like if you looked out, then you can see all like the animatronics and see all.
Oh,
like,
I guess because they're trying to make it like a you experience.
Yeah. So like
individual experience.
And they closed it off, and I'm like, this is terrible. This is terrible. Like I didn't enjoy any of it because half the time I'm just like, don't throw up. Okay, try to find a focus spot. Nope, you can't do that. Then the spider hits you in front, and it's like, oh nope.
That was my problem.
Yeah.
Because didn't the spider like spit on you too? I'm like, this is awful. Get me out of here. Because like I don't get motion sick.
Yeah.
I love rides like that. I love simulators. I love it.
Like the Spider-Man simulator, which I think got updated in the past.
I thought it was closed.
Did it get closed?
I don't know if it got updated or closed. Maybe both. I don't know.
It might have gotten closed. I think you're right. It did get closed. I'm surprised that Universal is able to still have that Marvel land.
Well, because
that's a huge reason why the Avengers campus is only in California and not here in Orlando, because of the deal they have with Universal. So I don't know.
I like Islands of Adventure. Maybe there's also like happy fun memories nostalgia because of when we were in school, like once a year
we just random Universal
UCF
Nights
would have Universal Nights, and you'd be able to go to like that Ticketmaster booth on campus and get a free ticket on a certain night every year. That was so much fun.
Well, it was fun too because the lines weren't as long because
it was just open to UCF students.
Yeah, park was closed unless you had one of those special tickets.
Yeah. And also because I think that when I was graduating from high school, I think we had like I forget what it's called at this point. It's just like a senior night. I think we had our senior night at Islands of Adventure too. So, I think it just really hits me in my nostalgia bone. Yeah. Islands of Adventure. So I think I think I'd pick that. I don't know. Because I'm not like, I don't get motion sick, but I do get nervous with roller coasters. And I've only been on 4 roller coasters ever. 4 different individual roller coasters, multiple times per. I think I've only ever been on the Hulk, Islands of Adventure. The Dueling Dragons, both the Fire and the Ice, which is now
the Harry Potter ride. Yeah.
And the Aerosmith roller coaster that is not there anymore.
You didn't do the one when the rocket on
Fuck
Universal?
No, the one that shoots you up?
No, it goes up like vertically and then it drops. And you can choose the music that
I didn't go on that.
I think that one got closed.
The Rip Ride Rocket or whatever it's called.
That was probably out of all the roller coasters in Universal, that was my favorite because it was so well paced and like
terrifying.
Not a whole lot of twists, but a couple of loops, but like the whole going straight up. I love the anticipation.
You love what I hate.
Going up because like the Hulk is like, it's great. It shoots you off. The Aerosmith one just shoots you off. Like those are fun.
It's great.
The best part about the ride is
that's the worst part.
That's the best part.
That is the absolute worst.
That is the best part.
That's the part that I am actively peeing my pants.
And the one that just goes you straight up and you're just seeing, you're like, there's the sky. Oh my God. And you looked right in the horizons like, it was so good.
No, because like when you're in the line for a roller coaster, I'm fine. Let's talk and chit chat and joke around the whole time. And then as soon as you get far enough into the line that you can see people boarding the ride, that's when I get quiet and I get nervous and I stop talking to people and my stomach is doing somersaults and twisting itself into knots.
That's the best part.
And I'm trying to look brave for everybody else. And then I get on and I'm trying to be cool for the like attendant that's helping strap me in. I'm like, no, I'm not nervous. I'm a big girl. And then that slow ascent.
Woo! Oh, it's so
where
good.
I feel like I'm going to vomit everywhere. No. That's why I like the Hulk, because it doesn't give me time. It just shoots me out.
You sort of get that. You get the, like, no, what's going on? Poof.
It's better than slow clicking the whole time.
Oh, that's the best part.
And that one guy is like, oh, Dr. Banner, I don't know what's happening. And then they shoot you out. Oh, it's great. It's great. Because like on a roller coaster, once you Once it starts, then I'm like, oh, all right, this is fun.
Yeah, it does also help on the ascent in the Hulk that's closed off, so you can't see how high you're going.
I like that.
Lame.
I like that.
Like when it was called Dueling Dragons, like it would like you can see like you were side by side. You can look. Oh my god,
we're gonna win.
Yeah.
Even though you just go the same speed.
There's also the other ride. God, was it at Busch Gardens or it was one of the roller coasters that it was in SeaWorld. I think they copied
Kraken.
it. Yes.
Where you're like lying down.
No, there's one where like it would go up to the top and then it'd stop, and then it had like the single drop that went in and then shot you up.
Yes.
I actually got to ride that one and I was just like, oh, and it was kind of a letdown because like and then like it was like 30 seconds of woo, woo, woo,
that's my other problem is they're so short. But then I think about it and it's like they have to be short, otherwise the lines would take 10 times longer.
Yeah.
So they can't be too long.
The Hulk was a decent length.
It was, but it's just whenever it's over, I'm like, fucking that was it. I waited for like 10 hours for 30 seconds. But then, it makes sense that it can't be too long.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know. I think Islands of Adventure is fun. I like the different worlds that you can go through. There's a lot of variety. And when you go to Magic Kingdom, like the only things I remember from Magic Kingdom is like Splash Mountain, Space Mountain, Thunder Mountain.
Yeah.
It's a small world. Who cares?
Which I think which one is Splash?
That Epcot? I don't know.
No, I think that's Magic Kingdom, but I think Splash Mountain is now a different ride.
Splash Mountain terrified me because I always hate
the drop.
Yeah. I don't do well with drops.
Yeah,
big log flume drops.
I think they re-outfitted. They didn't redo the ride. It's the same exact ride. It's just they
had to fix it because there was some problematic shit, I think.
Yeah, they replaced it with I think it's Princess and the Frog. I think that's what they replaced it with.
Last time, that's how long it's been since I've been there. Yeah. Is that I remember them in their original forms. Oh, and then the Jurassic Park ride. I never went on that. You know why? Big fucking drop at the end.
That wasn't that bad.
They always make me nervous.
Yeah.
And there's like a running joke in my family that anytime we went to a theme park and there was a log flume, I don't remember what it was called, but there was one log flume ride that like.
Oh, is this the one when your dad would hit you in the back of the head or something? Because
there was one where it was like a 2-person rider. It wasn't Splash Mountain, but there was like a no, because that wasn't a 2-person rider. But like there was like a drop, and then you do something, and there was like a bigger drop, and then a bigger drop, and it would for whatever reason my dad would always we'd like smash into each other
because you would sit in front of him, and like when the drop ends,
I'd get like head butted. But yeah, I don't like those drops. They just make my stomach feel yucky. I don't like it at all. And so therefore Splash Mountain was always my least favorite of the mountains in the Magic Kingdom. I like Space Mountain.
Yeah, that one's
fun. It's dark and fun. But there was one time that it broke mid-ride and all the lights turned on and all the magic was gone. I don't really remember much of Thunder Mountain.
I don't either.
I just remember that it was like a train, kind of. I don't know.
It's been so long since I've been to a park. Well, the last theme park I went to was Galaxy's Edge.
And the rides aren't really rides.
Yeah, they're simulators. So, they're fun.
Oh no, they're fun. Yeah. But if I'm gonna go on a ride, I want to go on a ride. You know what I'm talking about? I want it to be worth my while. I don't want to just sit there and just kind of be like bounced around for a couple of seconds while I'm watching a screen.
The animatronics don't work sometimes. Have you seen the footage of when the animatronics break down?
Well, I've seen it. Which one was it? The Rise of the Resistance? When Kylo Ren is like, and I'm like, we couldn't have made that a little bit more smooth. He's over here like doing the fucking robot. It looked bad. But it was fun.
The Hondo animatronic looked pretty convincing.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah. That one I enjoyed more than Resistance. I'm sorry. I get that the ride is kind of like the controls are kind of on rails and stuff.
Runner.
Smuggler's Run.
There you go.
That was a lot of fun.
Stressful.
Yeah.
But fun.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
It was a little stressful. I forget what position I played.
You were right to left. You were pilot,
I was helping pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was scary, and I think I definitely assisted in a couple crashes. But we got some coaxium at the end. I don't think we did that well, but we did it. Yeah. We didn't die. I kind of like those ones that are like interactive that have like an objective, like the Men in Black ride.
That's a lot of fun.
So much fun. That's a lot of fun because
the Toy Story one I think it's in Magic Kingdom now, right? There's a similar Toy Story ride where you like shoot darts in like Andy's playroom or something.
Cute.
But it's a lot like the Men in Black ride where and like you get a score at the end.
I like the Men in Black ride.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun because then it's like, idiot. Like, look at their scores at the end. Like, God, you're so fucking bad at this. 'Cause I remember being pretty good at it.
Yeah.
I like that ride. But where was that one?
I think it's at Magic Kingdom. I don't know if it's still there. But it was kind of like the Men in Black ride where you shoot at targets and it was like an interactive like simulator. And you shot darts at things. I think we've read it once or twice.
Once or twice. Where's the one that had the Simpsons simulator?
That's in Universal, and that replaced
old
the
Universal.
Replaced
Back to the Future.
Replaced Back to the Future, which is bullshit. Back to the Future ride was so much better.
I don't know. Simpsons are overrated. Fight me. I was also never able to watch it when I was little, but still, it just seems like don't care. But I don't know. I wouldn't mind taking her to Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
It would take some planning.
Yeah.
You know, and I definitely want to do it when it's not 95 degrees outside.
I would think within the next year or two would be the better age for, because right now she's just so impatient, as kids are.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. It's not.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But like also there's a window that we got to catch her in where her imagination is still like, you know, in overdrive. You know, because you reach a certain age and then the magic starts wearing away. Yeah. And right now she is probably a perfect age to meet those types of characters and stuff.
Yes.
So maybe one of these days. We'll see.
Maybe.
But
one day.
Maybe one day. Disney Springs is fun.
Yeah, she's been the Disney Spring. Maybe we'll take her to the drone show when it's still.
Fuck no.
God. I was like, hey, that'd be pretty fun to go see one time. And then the first opening day lines happen. I'm like, wow.
I'm good.
Wow.
I'm good.
The drone, it looks cool.
It looks cool, but I can also see it on my computer screen. I don't need to be standing in the middle of like hundreds of people. Like I just also crowds. I don't want to be around that many people.
Yeah. Because
you're either going to get sick or people are just obnoxious and dumb. I don't know. I just don't like big crowds of people anymore.
I think the best I think is like maybe in the next year or two on a random Tuesday on a school day. Pull her just like, hey, you're not going to go to school today. We're going to go
play hooky.
Yeah. We'll go to Disney this day. Just on a pick a random day in like.
A random Tuesday in October.
Yeah.
Or something.
Something like that. Yeah. Where like. Tell the teacher ahead of time, like, hey, like, is there anything important coming up this week? Does she need to be in class this day because she's not coming? Yeah.
Well, we save that for a good report card or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
You know, that'd be a cute little surprise and motivate her. Because, it's not my favorite thing to do. I always think it's funny when people think, oh, you live in Florida, you must live at Disney. Fuck no. Actively avoid it.
And like the annual passes aren't terribly expensive.
They're probably way more than they were.
No, they're actually
20 years ago.
Like,
no?
No, I think they just got rid of one tier and now there's only 3 tiers to it now. I think because I looked into it and like the lowest tier is like, oh, that's actually kind of doable if we went as much as some of these other people out here did.
And then there's blackout days for certain tiers.
Yeah, certain tiers are blackout dates, but it's like, that's not terrible.
Yeah. One thing that I do want to do is I do want to go to Epcot and do the drinking around the world thing.
Yes, which
I think that would be a lot of fun. Never done that. Talked to a couple of our daughter's classmates' parents because they do it a lot, apparently. Again, something that I'm not doing when it's 95 degrees out. Yeah. You think I want to, first of all, day drinking? Recipe for disaster. I'm going to fall asleep. I'm going to fall asleep. I don't need to be sweating while I'm doing that either.
No.
So I'd much rather if there was a day where it was like a nice crisp 70, 75 degrees. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Let's go. But right now, what does it say right now?
It is like
95 degrees. Yep. You can go fuck yourself. I am not going anywhere. I will stay in my house. Maybe I'll go in the backyard. We were going to do the inflatable pool this weekend, but there's like a lot of rain chance. So, you know, 'tis what it is. Maybe next week. There's a lot of rain next week too. I don't fucking know. At least we have a couple of friends with pools that we get to use and they're nice enough to let us use them. So that's their problem, not mine.
If we had the money for it, probably would have bought a pool.
Disagree.
Yeah.
Disagree. I don't want to fucking deal with that maintenance. I also never grew up with a pool, so it's like a take it or leave it for me.
More annoying than because like you got to make sure your chlorine is balanced. Like if you hire somebody to do it for you,
you don't even like mowing the lawn.
It's different.
You think you want to maintain a pool?
Maintaining a pool is not being out there for hours at a time.
I don't fucking know. Like I said, I never had one, so I don't really know what goes into it.
Yeah, if you do it right and it's not that bad. But like if you let it lapse for like a week or two, then that's when it starts to get annoying because then bugs get into it and your thing clogs and like your chlorine and then algae starts building up. If you let it go, that's when it gets like super costly to balance your chlorine levels and get rid of it and scrub the algae off and yeah.
It sounds like shit I don't want to do. I like my free time. I like my me time. Mm-hmm. And I got friends who they like to deal with that shit. So I'll use their pool and they can deal with that shit because they like it.
Like at this point, the height of like summer like temperatures, it's like, God, it'd be nice to have a pool just right there.
Yeah.
But then when it gets to like the wintertime, it's like, I'm not using that thing. It's too cold outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And I wonder what your water bill is like. And if you have a heater, what your energy bill is like. Well, at least we have 3 sets of friends that have... Well, 2 that have a full-size pool, 1 that has a pool, a very small pool.
Yeah.
But, at least we got them.
We got them, yeah.
Because I know I'm not doing it.
Such is life.
Such is life. But it is really
Anyways,
fun.
I think we'll go ahead and end this episode here.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes my favorite part.
You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Rogueleaderdrew. Apparently nobody listens to us on Spotify, and like I wasn't able. I'm on
Spotify is lame.
I don't know. For some reason, things changed because it used to be Anchor, and like I'm unable to upload things now. So
is Anchor not a thing anymore?
I don't know. I think they got bought up by Spotify. So we're not on the only audio form that we're on right now is YouTube Music, which is essentially YouTube. So. Thank you so go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon.
Oh, because you already hit that.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Hit that button.
Let's switch this up because we're not doing the whole. If you're listening on audio form, because we're only available on YouTube.
And if you're watching on YouTube, like comment,
subscribe.
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, if you want to look up my dumbass tweets, go ahead. But like the other day, I opened up Twitter X, and I was like, fuck. Now I understand why I never go on this goddamn site anymore. It's so like I opened it up the other day and I know that it's like an algorithm type thing and you kind of get what they think you want to see. But like I open it up for a quick second because I just I am a gluttony for pain. I'm a glutton for pain, I guess. I don't know. I opened it up and all I saw was people yelling and screaming about The Acolyte, the new Star Wars show. And I'm like,
I like it. It's pretty good.
What a dumpster fire. I don't want to be here. So I closed it out just as quickly as I opened it.
Woman, not white. Not white lead.
I haven't watched it, and I don't know if
I have my issues with the first 2 episodes. None of that applies.
How do you watch this? There's no white men in it.
Hey,
I want my Jedi to be straight.
Listen, just to
white men.
Just to give my 2 cents on The Acolyte, it's fine. The first 2 episodes are fine. Nothing really because for a couple Obi-Wan the first episode, love it immediately. Mando first episode, pretty strong start. What other shows were there? Andor first episode, oh my god, that's really good.
Book of Boba Fett.
Take it or leave it.
Yikes.
But The Acolyte's kind of like, okay.
You know what my theory is? Why? Because I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass here. It's not following like a huge, well-known character. Maybe that's why it's no.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I'm interested in the story because there's a couple of beats where I'm kind of like, okay, I'm interested for the long haul, but for the most part, it's like things move way too quickly. It's the pacing, and then the episode ends on like, what, really? Because like they're trying to get you on a cliffhanger, and it just like there's no. For the most part, these first 2 episodes, like, give us some lead up, some slow burn, give the narrative time to breathe, especially the episodes like certain people get accused of something. And then in the next like 5 to 10 minutes, like, all right, never mind. It's not you. It's like, whoa, what, that tension, leave the tension there. Like, let it breathe. That's my biggest gripe with it right now. It's like the pacing is a little too quick and it's like all over the place. It's really weird. And there's a couple other small things here and there. And it's like, oh, okay. But I am enjoying the show. I'm intrigued. I'm just hoping like by the time the series ends, it's like these are the 2 weakest episodes. That's what I'm hoping for.
Well,
so
you gotta have
those are my 2 cents.
You gotta build your foundation.
Yeah.
You know? And if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell icon, lower and go and see we do things on YouTube.
We'll work on it. We'll work on the new closer. Thanks for joining us for an episode of the RAD Cast. We'll see you guys next time.